Hey, Danny Boyle here. Welcome to our YouTube channel at Songwriters International. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this on all things music. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about a technique that I absolutely love using, that I've taught to thousands of songwriters just like you who have started implementing the exact same technique to be writing stronger lyrics. So it's a lyrical technique that I honestly use in every songwriting session, and I think this is going to blow your mind because it's going to open up a whole new way of writing lyrics. And that technique is what we call questioning and answering. Okay, so in this video I'm going to share with you what it is, so let's dive on in. Now, many songwriters get frustrated, overwhelmed, and they get stuck with writing lyrics, myself included. For a long time I used to suffer a lot, and that's when I started to develop and started to use the question and answering technique. It started to help me write more interesting lyrics, go a level deeper into the description of the song. I stopped hitting writer's block as much. I started finishing songs more regularly, and lots of the things came off of me using this technique. Now I want to share with you in this video what the questioning and answering technique is, how you can implement it then for your songwriting to write more interesting lyrics that keep the listener right until the end. Now, the questioning and answering technique is very simple, okay? It's not too complicated. Now, let's say you've written a lyric in your song. What you are going to do then with this technique is you're going to ask that lyric a question. And from the question, you are going to get an answer. And from the answer, you're going to find that you can write more descriptive, detailed lyrics. Now, let me give you an example of this, okay? Let's put a real life scenario. Let's say I'm writing a song, and that lyric in the song that I'm writing it is, I am walking down the road, okay? Now, the lyric is pretty simple. It says that you're walking and that you'll go in the shop, but there is definitely more description that I could get out of that lyric. Now, with it, let's start asking it some questions. So rather than it just saying, I was walking to the shop, we can start asking, okay, what was I wearing? What day was it? Was it day or maybe was it night? Where am I going? What month of the year is it? Did I see any cars passing by? Did I meet any friends on the way? Now, we've asked about 6 questions there. Now, if I was writing the song, I would start writing down the answers to those questions that I'm answering. Now, let's go back to the first question, or the second question I asked there, which was, what am I wearing? Okay, so let's say I'm wearing my, famous blue coat that I always wear and my old boots. Okay, so rather than it being I was walking down the road, it becomes I was walking with my blue coat and my old worn boots down the road. Now it starts to become a little bit more descriptive. Let's say we were also meeting a friend. So our friend lives on the corner of the road. Okay, so now it can be, I was walking in my blue coat with my old worn boots to my friend's house on the corner of the road. Now you can see how that's a far more descriptive lyric. It might not work for a particular song, but we're starting to use the technique and exploring it. Okay, rather than it being, I was walking down the road, we're telling the listener where we're going, what we're wearing. We could also explain what the weather was, all these different things, okay? You can start to use that in your songwriting. So let's say we're writing a love song, okay? And every songwriter at some point is going to write a love song, okay? That is the one thing every songwriter is going to do. So let's say in our song, we see a person in a bar or a nightclub or in some sort of setting, and we're really attracted to them. Okay, so in the lyric that I might be writing, I might say, they look amazing. So that itself, I'm telling the listener that this person looks amazing, but there's definitely another level that I could go. So what's so amazing about them? It might be their hair. It might be the clothes that they're wearing. What drink are they drinking? Are they at the bar or are they dancing? What month is it again? Is it 4 a.m? Is it 2 a.m? What time is it? So I've asked about 6 questions there. So it might be that they're wearing Maybe they're wearing big high heel boots or big high heels, shall we say. They are standing at the bar drinking tequila and it's close time very soon. So we can start adding those lyrics or those questions that we've asked and those answers into our lyrics. So rather than they look amazing, it becomes that they're wearing high heel boots or they're wearing high heels, drinking tequila at the bar, and it's coming to close time and I want to take them home, you know, and you're just going a level deeper. Now, these examples you might not actually be putting into a song, right? But it's purposely designed for me to explain to you how these are used. Now you can be a little bit more subtle than that. You don't have to describe what they're wearing, what day it is, what month it is, you know, where you are, but you might just ask one question and it might just be, what are they wearing? And it might be that they're wearing a blue dress, like, you know, before I was wearing a blue coat, right? And it might just be that. It might just be one extra bit of detail that you add. It doesn't have to be layers on layers of detail, but if you can just change the lyric a little bit to make it slightly more descriptive, you're going to be onto a winner and the listener will love it. Now this technique is super simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it, but what it will do, it will help you write more interesting lyrics 9 times out of 10. But always remember with songwriting, if you are struggling or if you're stuck, don't be afraid to just say what you want to say, and then you can make it better later with this technique, okay? If you just say, I was walking down the shop, and leave it as a filler line, later on you can then start asking questions. How fast was you walking? What was you wearing? All these questions, and make that lyric much stronger later on, okay? So that is what the question and answering technique is. That's how to use it. That's how you can implement it, and you can start writing stronger lyrics in each and every song that you write. I use that technique all the time. A ton of my students have used that, so I really do believe that's going to help you. Now, if you want more tips and tricks and techniques like this one, don't forget to hit that subscribe. And right now in our description, we've got a free training, which is going to open up a ton more for you. So go ahead in that description. It's a free training which will walk you through a ton of different processes. So that's everything right now from me here at Songwriters International. I've been Danny Boyle. I'll see you over on the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one.